Hello, this is Peter with another video. Today I thought I'd do another update on the Musa Baju, which you can see has been growing pretty well and also flowered the other month. So yeah, the flower is completely fully out now, and so are the bananas. I'll do a close-up of them later. But yeah, it's progressed really well. We're now just onto the male flowers, so there's no more bananas going to be developed now, just the male flowers. Now some people will chop the flowers off at this point, especially if they're growing an edible variety of banana, but since I'm not, this is just an ornamental banana, I'm going to leave the flower on, because that's part of the reason I wanted it to flower in the first place, for this huge flower. But yeah, we'll just have a closer look at the bananas. We'll go up onto the patio. It's a little bit higher up, because I can barely stretch up from where I am here. I should get a better look on the patio. Okay, so this is the back. I'm still having to stretch over here, so can't quite reach them, but you can see there's a hand of bananas there. There's another one there, another one there. I think there might be one more on the other side as well, which you can't see in this angle. But yeah, they're not huge. But yeah, Baju fruits are not very big. Just a couple of inches long, maybe 5 centimetres or so. But they're progressing quite well. Won't be surprised if these did actually start to ripen up towards the end of the year, because we're still got quite a bit of growing time left. We've got at least another couple of months at least. I'd say probably till about mid-October. Even after that, you can still sometimes get a little bit of milder temperatures, but yeah, they're doing pretty well. If they do ripen up, I will have a go at tasting them. They won't be poisonous or anything. I imagine they just won't taste as much, or won't be very pleasant, but yeah, I'll definitely give them a try if we do get them to ripen. I'll go back down there, we can have another look at the rest of the plant. This is from the other side. You can see some of those bananas there. And then there's those ones right up there as well. Now we'll just step back so you can see the full scale of it. I have to go right to the bottom of where my grass is here to actually get it all in frame. But yeah, you can see the multiple pseudo stems now. We've got quite a bit of leaf shredding again this year. Just unfortunate really at this size. It's much more exposed to the wind. And we have been getting some strong winds every now and again. This leaf isn't too bad though. And there are plenty of new huge leaves coming out now. And these leaves must be over 3 meters in length, some of them. The most recent ones anyway. And that's coming out of this pseudo stem behind, which is now the tallest plant. It's taller than the one that actually flowered, the original one that I planted. This one was the first, well, at least one of the first pups. There was 2 or 3 original pups. That one is now the tallest. I would not be surprised if this decides to flower this year as well. Although it'll be way too late for it to be able to get any ripe fruits. Unlike the one next to it, which has a chance. But yeah, you can see even this one here next to it is also basically the exact same size as the one that flowered. Now the second generation will usually get taller before they flower. I guess because they've got a much more established root system. So yeah, they can grow a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, before they flower. And then there's also another one in the back there, which is also virtually the same size as that one as well. So there's 4 big pseudo stems, including this original one, which will be cut down towards the end of the year. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes with bananas once they flower. That's it. They won't put out any more leaves ever again, but they will put out plenty of pups. You can see it's already putting out more pups here. Got a couple of smaller ones. There's more on this side as well. Some newer ones that are coming up here. Even down here, it's trying to put out some more. That's from the main pseudo stem, which has got the flower on it. More in there as well. In fact, I really need to thin this clump. There's too many, really. I should only let 2 or 3 of these, really. But I do like the more tropical look with a clump of them rather than just having 1 or 2, which is the whole idea of this plant, really. But yeah, I think I will remove a couple of the pups, especially from this side. I don't want any more on this side of the clump, as it's starting to get into this area here where I'm going to be planting more stuff. I want to plant a tree there, so I don't want to have more bananas growing that way. I want to stop them from going beyond this point, really. So anything from this side onwards I'll probably remove. I might leave this one because it's already too big to remove now, but the smaller ones I'll probably move. And yeah, I'm hoping that it'll start to put more pups out on this side, and I'll just leave them to grow up on this side more. But yeah, it's doing really well. It's been a very dry year, actually, although it did rain a lot yesterday, thankfully. But yeah, overall it has been extremely dry. I think we're technically in a drought here in the northwest, but thankfully they've not enforced a hosebite ban yet. And thankfully this week we won't need to anyway, because it's raining pretty much every day. But the bananas are still growing pretty well, even with the drier conditions. I think they just, once they get the roots really well established, there's not really much you can do to stop these. I'm actually considering not protecting these this winter. I did say originally once it flowers I'm not going to bother wrapping them up anymore, just leave them to their own devices and see what happens. And I may do that, but it will depend entirely on these larger ones. If these larger ones are at the point where they look like they could flower next year and they don't flower this year, I'll probably wrap them up. But I'll leave everything else unwrapped because there's no point wrapping everything up. And also it's just getting too big, to be honest, way too big to protect. And even if I did lose the height, even if it went all the way down to where the wall is, I'm not bothered, to be honest. They'll grow back in one season. They'll be way up here again, and it'll also give me a little bit more sun on the patio as well, because it does provide a lot of shade directly behind it, where I've got a lot of my citrus. See, I've got all these citrus trees in a row down here. This area gets a lot of shade because of the Basjoo. So yeah, it won't be the end of the world if I did lose a bit of height. But yeah, looking pretty good. Bananas are developing well. Got wasps enjoying the flowers there, male flowers. But yeah, we'll definitely keep you all up to date on how these bananas develop, and also how the rest of the clump does later in the year. So I hope you enjoyed this update. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I do updates on this plant as well as all my others. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.